How's your shoulder feeling?
Shoulder feels good.
Are
Shoulder
you
feels
still
great.
feeling discomfort or anything like that when you play or practice, or is there sort
I mean, today was kind of like practice. We did a lot of shooting and stuff. Felt fine. So you can't really simulate, well, you can, but you don't want to really simulate stuff that happens in games, and have a chance of, re-aggravating it in practice. So it felt good doing practice, and we'll see how it feels tomorrow.
What are you looking forward to most about getting Kuzma on the floor tomorrow?
Just have another, guy back on the team. He's able to score the basketball, defend. He's a big part of our team and what we're trying to do and trying to accomplish. And it's good for him. He wants to be a part of it so bad, and now he has a chance to come back tomorrow and be a part of it. And we're only getting better by him.
I know you haven't been able to play a whole lot with him since arriving, but what has surprised you the most, or what have you learned about him in your time around him?
He works extremely hard. I mean, he worked his ass off to get back. Every day before practice, after practice. He's one of those guys you got to pull off the floor. He's been doing a great job with Coach Phil on adding to his game, and standing in the weight room and getting stronger, make sure his foot is okay. And it all paid off. And so the more I see him work, the more he inspired me, because seeing a guy work that hard and knowing what he wants, it makes us go out there and play even harder.
He had such a different dimension for what you guys are able to do, and with an injury like that, you don't know how long it can last. When you knew that he was going to be out, into the start of the regular season, were you at all concerned about if you guys would lose ground in the West or in the standings while you waited for him?
No. It just made everybody have to step up. Anytime a guy goes out, guys have to step up, and that's a good thing about our team. We have, so many guys who can play the game of basketball and play the right way and wants to win, that you can throw any guy in there and we do okay. We started Duz in the preseason game. Duz came in. AC has been ready and started the second half. So we throw guys in the fire, and we have guys who can handle it.
Anthony, have you thought about how you guys can match up defensively in a group that was you, LeBron, and Kuzma, and just him coming back and what kind of players he could defend?
Yeah, he can guard 1 through 4. It definitely adds a lot to our defense, adds a lot to our offense. Lineups can look a little different now. We can go with a tall lineup. We have me, Bron, and Kuz on the floor, 3, 4, 5. And throw like Danny and Rondo, whoever else could be at the point. So we have a lot of options now that we have Kuz, and we can switch some things up, and that's the most exciting part.
Kuz has talked a lot about wanting to improve both as a playmaker and a defender and bring those dimensions to his game. Based off what you saw playing against him the last couple of years, have you seen those strides?
He haven't really, when I'm on the other side, I want to go at Kuz, so, and I feel like no one can guard me, so, he always struggled defensively against me. But he wants to make that jump, knowing the defensive team that we can be, everybody wants to be better defensively, and just seeing Avery Bradley makes us want to be better defensively. And then offensively, he was young, first 2 years, you're trying to find yourself in the league, and he was definitely ahead of the curve. And now that he's found himself and he's even more confident than what he was coming to the league, he's going to be outstanding.
How long did it take you in your development, the type of versatility that you have now, to really feel confident in
that? 3 years. I think about maybe the middle of my 3rd year, I felt very confident. He's going to have a lot of open shots. He's going to be able to play make. He's going to be able to have isolations. And he's worked on all of that. He's worked on the shooting. He's worked on a lot of things in his game that's going to help us. And he's very confident. So we're excited to have him back.
Porzingis has kind of the unique length, even in the NBA. Is that a guy that you want to try to get out on the floor and take off the dribble? I'm so sure it would depend on the game situation. But.
Yeah, it depends on the game. The Florida game, he's a great shot blocker. You try to get into his body, same way. It's always tough because, I'm in the same situation. Guys try to do the same thing, bring me on the floor and go by me. he can give guys space and still get a great contest. So he's one of those guys that's a little tricky.
Last question, please.
You talked before about how you feel like sometimes LeBron can kind of take the lead in a game for you and ease some of the burden off your shoulders a little bit. Do you feel like Kuz is another one of those guys who kind of lifts that for you a little bit?
Absolutely. With his scoring ability, his ability to draw defenders' eyes, he's able to take pressure off of everyone. That's why we're so excited to have him back. We can, put Kuz on the floor and know he can go get a bucket for us and also be able to defend on the other end. So I say it's a good problem to have. We have a lot of guys who can score the basketball, create for themselves, and when you have that, it takes a burden off everyone's shoulders.